What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. And this time, y'all, I am filming Thursday night, and I am too lazy to try and make myself look pretty. So we just gonna do it like this for the weekend. All right. So in today's video, my goal here is apparently Taylor was dragged in. It's alleged that Justin Baldoni felt pressured with her celeb status, and you know, in the other readings I've done of the whole It Ends With Us debacle, I'm going to link all of the related videos in the description box. Do not forget to check them out. There's so much tea in those videos, and I predicted quite a lot of it. We're going to be, at least in this reading, just seeing Taylor Swift. Is she backing away from Blake? Is she done with the friendship? Was Justin kind of put in a bad predicament here? If anything comes up regarding Taylor and Travis, I will bring that up as well. If anything comes out about the lawsuit, we'll just see what happens. So this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. If you are new here, bestie, smash that subscribe button. You do not want to miss out. We have such a good time here. I think we have a really healthy section of the interview. Oh my goodness. On the internet, if I do say so myself. And by the way, before this even starts, I cannot stop hearing the song, Fuck With My Money, Might As Well Spit In My Food. And then I'm seeing Taylor. So I kind of already have a feeling where this is going to go. Allegedly, no facts here. So before I actually get into the intro of this video, I want to give you a quick peekaboo. I feel like that sounds a little cheesy, but I am teaming up with my girl. So if you are into metaphysical stuff, I have a deal for my besties. Y'all, I did not plan well. I have had this box for a day now, and I want to unbox with y'all, except this box is too damn big to fit on the screen, which also tells you that this is a really damn good deal because the retail value is like $100, but it's only $50 a month. So let me show y'all what's in the box, and then you can decide how you're feeling. And if not, you're about to see some beautiful ish. So stick around, stick with me while we unbox this together. Y'all, I swear to God, you could take the girl out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the girl. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm just do the best I can. All right, here we go. So this is the box. I have yet to unbox anything. I have been super, Lord help me, y'all. I'm gonna leave it like this because I'm human, and I think in a world where we're dealing with a lot of people that are fake as fuck, you can just see that sometimes I screw up, y'all. The video don't have to be perfect. So this is, I'm going to show you before I, take everything out of the box. I am so sorry that this is a little, yeah. But wait until you see what is in here. I've already shown y'all her box from last year. This is brand new this year. You do not want to miss out on what she has to offer. I swear to God, this is my karma for being a perfectionist. I'm kind of bummed that y'all didn't see me off camera going, oh, I got to fix this. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Your girl's a mess. Okay. So anyway, I've told you about this before, but if you didn't see the other video, it comes with a tarot deck. And I do believe that she kind of like gives you options to choose from. This is the one I chose. Look at this. When Women Had Wings. So if you guys are into the woo-woo tarot readings, please let me know if you want me to cover stuff like what's the fae, if it's real, all that stuff, because this deck is absolutely stunning. Look at the imagery. Y'all know, if you're a regular on my page, you guys know I care way more about imagery than I do about just a regular deck of cards, because you can get way more information from pictures than you can the definition themselves. So that deck is beautiful. Now, she obviously wrote me a love note because we are besties. She's watching this like, this girl is freaking batshit crazy. You right. You right. Okay. She wrote, you're my friend, so I can't be too serious now. You're right, girl. I don't know how to be serious myself. It's the Gemini moon. So she basically tells us subscribers' first boxes will have a deck and 5+ metaphysical items that go with a money root chakra theme. I believe that's for this month, but I could be wrong. she might correct me. Anyway, she sent me a sample of what it would look like for the unboxing that I obviously sucked at doing. My apologies, y'all. But anyway, she wrote, my box includes, that sounds so fucking dirty, y'all. I'm telling y'all about my box. You enjoying this? Happy Friday. Okay, it includes When Women Had Wings tarot, which y'all just saw. Absolutely gorgeous. This word, of course, that I cannot pronounce. Lakshmi goddess statue. Feel free to correct me in the comments. We are about to see what that is when I open it. The goddess of abundance. We love that for her. Goddess of abundance. Y'all, yes, that's why I just got the pyrite bracelet. We also have a root chakra pyramid candle. A selenite moon charging plate altar tile. You guys know I'm a huge mother-loving fan of selenite. Astrology, divination dice, and I'll include a printout. Moldavite incense by HEM and red triple moon incense holder. Tiger's eye crystal chip bracelet. 1 Ching coin. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean like cha-ching? Y'all, this is what it's like to be friends with me, by the way. Like, she's going to message me after she sees, and she's like, girl, I can't even be surprised. This is who you are as a person. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to link her website in the description, and I will pin it in the comments. You have to check her out. You're not going to get this quality of material for that low of a price any mother-loving where else. So look at this, beautiful. Now I could tell you from personal experience, because I have at least 3 of these, that this alone goes for like $6 to $8 at a smoke shop. We have, oh, I love Moldavite. I've never heard of Moldavite incense sticks, so I'm say that 5 times fast. So I'm excited to see what that smells like. I love Moldavite. I'm actually not wearing one of them because it keeps cutting me, but I have a Moldavite. It's called a ring. I speak the English. I have a Moldavite ring. My passed on fiance bought me a Moldavite necklace that I wear from time to time still. And then I had one that y'all have seen before, but it has like a metal feather and it hurts. So anyway, I think this is the Ching she was talking about. And then, ooh, is that a tiger eye? I just read it. You would think that I would know, but brain no worky when trying to do multiple things at once. Can y'all like chew gum and walk? I don't know if that's true or not, but I think I can. Look at that. That's real. That's authentic. Look at how beautiful that is. And again, like you go to a crystal shop and that alone is like $8 to $12 depending on where you go. So this is already way over what she's charging. I mean, can you imagine how much this When Women Had Wings deck is? Like this is probably a good $30, $40. Like this is huge. And we will be using it in future readings. So again, if y'all are into things that are not pop culture, please go on the community poll and vote, 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 vote. Your vote counts here. We're not America, allegedly friendship Brazil. Look at this. I love this so much. When this came in, and I literally sent her a text, I was having a day, y'all. Like, it was not my day. And then I saw this, and it said, life is tough, but so are you. I'm telling y'all, we are all connected. It's beautiful. I love that. So look at that. I will be wearing it. Tiger's eye. I'm a huge fan of Tiger's eye. Root chakra. It's like she knows what I'm going through, y'all. It's crazy. Astro dice, which is wonderful because as you guys probably know, my regulars, I did take an astrology course, but then the love of my life passed away like 2 weeks after I signed up. So I'm like way behind. But eventually I will learn my ish, and then we're going to add it into the videos. What I do know, I already implement. Oh, we got stickers. Oh, look at that. The pie. How fucking cute is that? I love stickers. I'm a huge fan of stickers. I have way too many. And then this says magician. These are so freaking cute. I love this. I love this. I love this. I'm now starting to understand why people are into unboxing videos because this is pretty fun. So I took the tape off because I knew that shit would take me forever. I have no idea what this is yet. You find out when oh my God. Elle, if you are watching this, I love you so much right now. I am obsessed with selenite. I mean, you see the selenite tower here, right? I have a selenite bowl. I have selenite everything. I meditate every morning with selenite. I charge my crystals on selenite. If you don't have selenite, you are absolutely crazy. I have a selenite bracelet. Y'all know about that. Look at that. Oh my God, that's so pretty. I love you, Elle. I'm so excited to work with you. And I actually know her from like real life too. So she's a cool ass bitch. Like I love her. Like that's my girl. Y'all know my story in my 20s when I was, doing F shit. We met at the bar, but me and her both grew up and grew out of that. So Some people are meant to be forever, you know what I mean? And that's my girl. Okay, so this is the pyramid candle. This is great for like root chakra manifestations or like to solidify bringing something into the 3D. So again, you guys have to check her out. You're missing, I mean, just, bro, I'm so obsessed with the selenite. I cannot. I feel like a kid on Christmas right now. You don't want to feel this way, besties? 10:10 on the clock when I said that too. Endings are a-coming, and with root chakra stuff and tiger's eye, we can bring in the reality that we want. All right, and last but not least, because your girl has no idea what it is. Maybe this was the chick thing I couldn't understand how to... Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I know that shit's pricey because let me tell y'all, I spent over $12 for Sekhmet. I know I spent over $12 for that. These shit is, oh, look at, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And I actually have been told by other readers, I believe it was Lexi the Leo that told me about Akashic reading, that I've had like Egypt past lives and stuff like this. This is beautiful. I'm going to do my research. And honestly, I feel like she belongs on the desk. So why don't we throw her on here real quick? She could protect us. She could text and protect us. I'm not fixing this. I'm letting y'all know who I am for real, for real. All right. So in case y'all forgot what the hell was in this box that would only cost you $50, even though I'm going to be honest with y'all. I told her that she needs to raise her prices, and I hope that she does. So you might as well hook yourself up before she changes her mind and realizes that she should raise her prices. Look at this. Look at this. This would all be, if you signed up, this would all be for $50 when I guarantee that that deck alone would be around that price. Look at this. This is wild. So I will have it pinned in the comments. I will have it in the description box. You are absolutely crazy if you don't even try to sign up for this. And I do believe that she has this deal where it's like a monthly thing. But if you want for any reason to cancel, she doesn't like hold you accountable for like doing subscriptions forever. Like you're not tied in anything like a cell phone company or none of that. And I do believe that she like asks what you like in particular so that, you know, like, for instance, I'm really not big on Oracle decks because I use and get so much from tarot. So I was like, girl, don't send me an Oracle deck. It's just going to collect dust. So please check her out. Do I really have to? I feel like this sells itself. I mean, look at this deck. So y'all need to tell me what you want me to do with this one. Are we covering the Fae at some point? And yes, check her out. Go into the description box. I will have it linked for you. You are crazy not to get this for yourself. Treat yourself. I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up. I know a lot of us are single because we're focusing on ourselves. So why don't you treat yourself to some stuff that you deserve, you know? Meghan Trainor, treat yourself. But without further ado, I'm going to see you when this is cleaned up and we can get into the reading. All right, all right, all right. Who says that? Matthew McConaughey? Y'all, let me know if, honestly, I'd be worried if you guys say no. But let me know if y'all don't mind if I feel like we need more people that are just human, you know? Instead of like I try not to use filters too much because I want people to know like it's okay to be yourself and not be perfect, you know what I mean? Like part of me is like, I should edit the video. And then part of me is like, I should show my besties that I'm human too. So anyway, this is all alleged. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you're new here, bestie, we have so much fun. Come join. And don't forget to comment down below what you guys want to see in future videos. And don't forget to check out the community poll because next week I'd like to do something non-pop culture, something a little different, a little unique. But getting back into it, I want to take a look, see if, you know, did Taylor kind of get bamboozled into a scare tactic for Justin? What's going on with Blake and Taylor's friendship? Are they not really friends anymore? Every time I go to say it, I keep hearing that line where it's like, fuck with my money, might as well spit in my food. So I don't think Taylor's happy. I just heard bitch fit. They're drawing me to the scene from White Chicks where she's like, I'm about to have a bitch fit. Okay, so I don't know what's going to come out. I'm going to try and see if we can get anything on the relationship with Travis. I can't promise anything. He seems like such a background character in her life, if I'm being honest. And the fact that I'm off screen trying to make my deck work with me just tells me so much about everybody's having a difficult time right now. Maybe us too, but I mean more so the people that we're covering. So this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Zero facts. I really don't want to be drawn into some fucking lawsuit and ego versus ego war. So we'll see what we can get. I'll allow anything and everything to power through. Everything that you guys wanted, we will try to bring out. So I hope that you guys enjoy. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you guys have Instagram, follow me there because Facebook's starting to piss me off and TikTok's not forever promised. And I don't know, man. How are you guys feeling about social media these days? Like, I just think there's a lot of toxicity on there. I don't really want to be dealing with it no more, you know what I mean? So, yeah. We'll just see what the cards have to say. The cards are not fighting me as much anymore, so that's a good sign. All right, Spirit Team, what do we need to know about Blake and Taylor's friendship? And then we'll go from there. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You do not want to miss out. And don't forget that in the description box, oh my God, y'all, I really can't talk. In the description box, I'm going to link 5 videos, I think about 5 of them, that cover what we've been doing with all of this Blake drama and all of it. So yeah, Taylor and Blake. She's pissed. King of Wands. If Taylor's coming out as a king with big D energy, this is giving me like, you're fucking with my money. Like that's the vibe. Like she's in her masculine energy. You know what I'm saying is like, don't even try it. I think she's pissed. Pentacles. Oh, and they're both feuding too. You know what it is? Well, I mean, I can't speak for their friendship because I don't even know why they're friends. Their energies are very different. But I think right now their egos are getting the best of them because she's looking forward. This is Blake and he exactly. They're both in their masculine energy. It's kind of like looking away but still side-eyeing because think about the peripheral, right? I think that Blake is pretending that she's good with it. She's not. She's upset. Yeah, what is that song? I think it's Drake where it's like, I'm upset. This is these two. Like, I couldn't, Sag, Virgo, that's them. They're both in their masculine energy, basically like, yeah, I'm hearing that song, fuck you and your mom. I feel like Blake feels slighted because it's like, you should ride for me no matter what. And then Taylor's like, how dare you dirty my, I'm in Taylor's energy and it's like, you don't think I have enough trouble with celebrity gossip and you drag me into your bullshit? Like, that's not, yeah, I'm hearing Rihanna, that's not fair. She's pissed. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, okay. Internet, someone's controlling how this is coming out on Google, allegedly, no facts here. The Star, they're hiding stuff from us. I see them moving stuff down. So I'd be careful. Like, if you've heard of other browsers, like Brave is pretty decent. I see them, we've seen it with they've been admitted, right? Blake is now seen for using a PR crisis team. They all do it. They're trying to make it look like, oh no, we're just taking some space apart. No, Taylor's pissed. And then because Taylor's pissed, Blake is like trying to mirror that pissedness. You ever like date someone who's emotionally avoidant and you're like, you know what, I'm fucking done. And they're like, yeah, I'm done too. But they're just kind of waiting for you to get back on the merry-go-round. That's kind of Blake's energy right now. Whereas Taylor's like, I've had enough. Like that's kind of the vibe here. So unless Blake is capable of doing some ass kissing or like self-reflection, which I don't know. I mean, with the Star in reverse and the fact that it's facing the past, I do think that Blake is worried that Taylor's going to walk away. I think Blake is finally seeing the repercussions of her own actions. I mean, this is what you happen when you have a money war instead of admit accountability and realizing that you fuck up sometimes. Everybody's human. Aww. So I do feel like both girls are sad, obviously. They're human. We can have more than one emotion. But then this is also drawing me to Ryan, because Ryan's a Scorpio. And what I'm seeing is Ryan throwing the rock and hiding the hand. I feel like he is the mastermind of all of this. I wouldn't be shocked, because I can't remember off the top of my head, especially when I'm channeling what I've said. But it feels like he's the mastermind of like, what I'm seeing is someone puppeteering, but I'm seeing him puppeteer Blake. And it's giving me this vibe of like, Blake is just none the wiser because it's like, I just want him. I don't care. It's reminding me a lot of like how Beyonce could have left Jay-Z, but instead she just made a song and album Lemonade. She would never leave Ryan unless it was something like I almost see Taylor being like, you are so swindled by him that you don't even see that he's making you look a fool. Like, I feel like Taylor sees through him. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, You See Right Through Me. How do you do that shit? But Blake sees Ryan as like, but no, he's got my best interests at heart. But no, like he's trying to take care of us, the family. I feel like Blake just fucking lies to herself if I'm being honest. I mean, he seems like the unevolved Scorpio energy where it's like, I'm going to smile in your face and pretend I love you. But I really just care about how people are seeing me right now and how the gossip's going. It feels like Ryan's playing a bigger part than we know, but because Eat the Rich is alive and thriving, and let's think about it realistically, right? Like logically, women tend to get more involved with the celebrity politics than men do. They're more about the sports and other stuff, right? So it's like the women are so, I mean, Ryan Reynolds is hot. Let's call a spade, right? So it's like no one really wants to cancel Ryan. So Blake's getting hit for this. But if I'm being honest, Ryan's got more of a play than we even know about. And I'm sure there's been stuff that's coming out in the lawsuit. I'm being drawn to the Deadpool thing. I don't know if that was verified, but I'm seeing a thumbs up from Spirit. So I do think it was to make a mockery out of Justin. But there's just something here about like, if I keep her busy, if I keep her wanting a family, if I keep her 10 steps ahead, she's never going to realize that I'm the one controlling everything. This is why I was like, why is he on set in the first place? Why is he having a producer credit? Why is he like bringing up his shit or bringing up his opinion in this movie? He's very controlling and he gets away with it because Blake is like goo goo gaga over him. But at the same time, I did a relationship reading on them before any of this happened. I linked it in the description box where it was like she was disappointed because it was almost like he just wanted her to pop out babies and not ever. I think he's got a wound. I'm going to be honest. He's got a wound where he can't be with a woman that's powerful. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Blake is powerful, but she's like J-Lo ego powerful, not like Rihanna bad bitch powerful. Does that make sense? Ryan doesn't like a woman that would talk back. Ryan doesn't like a woman that would be like, no, I want to do what I want to do. Fuck off if you don't like it. He likes women he can manipulate. I remember you guys mentioning in the comment sections a lot that like he dated Scarlett Johansson and she walked away and said he was controlling. I feel like Scarlett probably wasn't the type to put up with this bullshit. Whereas Blake, it's like, I'm a ride for you no matter what. Like, just, ugh. How's the relationship of Blake and Taylor? This is like you took my kindness for weakness and now I'm mad. But I do think it's like mad at Blake, but then also mad at Ryan because it's like you're not seeing Ryan the way that I see Ryan. He's not just this great guy that's always got your back. You're blinded by love. See, here's the problem, and everybody in society kind of does it. We can always point out things in other people that we have a tendency of doing ourselves. So like, for instance, Taylor has a habit of dating people she shouldn't be with and that she's not actually in love with. And so she can point out the problem in other people's relationships because we are always mirroring other people, our situations. And so she can see through it because she's not in it. And so it's like, you took my vulnerability. I don't think that she knew she was going to be used as a pawn because I'm seeing my King of Swords in the Haunted House Tarot where it's like I'm being used. So I think this was a play. I do think this was a play, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the lawsuit says. This feels like Ryan did the play. This would be like Ryan saying Taylor should come and being like, oh yeah, just, have her come say hi, whatever. And then ends up having her say like, this cut sounds better than the cut you want, Justin. And she doesn't even realize that she's getting swindled into like an outright war. And then Blake having her come because she just wants to see her friend. He's a lot more powerful than he's given up because with that feminine energy, it reminds me of like covert narcissists. Like I play the good guy, but I keep seeing fingers crossed behind my back. I think that Taylor feels like she got taken advantage of and she's mad. She's big mad. Yeah, frenemies. She's like, I can't trust none of y'all no more. I didn't trust Ryan to begin with. I didn't like him. I've brought this up in the past. And you don't want to hear what I have to say, which is fine because, we're besties. So I'm just going to ride for you no matter what. I got to move the camera, it's driving me nuts. And you guys can't see the word frenemies. There we go. But it's like, this is an argument that they've had before where Taylor's like, you're not seeing the way that he's moving. You're not seeing how he's controlling you. You're not seeing how he's manipulating you. What about your star power? What about how far you can go in the career? Because Taylor's so driven to be like number one. And I remember one of the other readings I did with Ryan and Blake, her net worth was like 40 million and his was like 300 million. Like there's a big gap there. He does way more than Blake. They're obviously both stupid rich, but like, you see what I'm saying? Taylor's like, why are you letting a man be in control of all of that while you just pop out babies and give up your dreams for him? Like, I feel like, and I've said this in other videos, I feel like there are things that she wanted to do that he has said no to. And again, now that they're coming out and they're saying it on other people's videos, I said there was chemistry between Blake and Justin in the very, very beginning. It was giving Aries energy. So I think that Ryan got triggered because it's like, I need to have control over Blake all the fucking time. And so this is definitely a very big point of contention for Taylor. It's like, I did not sign up for your douchebag of a boyfriend's kind of the vibe here. And with the internet and with the fact that Taylor is, you know, watched with a magnifying glass, if she screws up, everyone goes after her. I just keep being drawn to like eat the rich. Taylor wants zero smoke. So if she's got to throw Blake away, it's kind of giving me that same vibe where Selena kind of stepped away from Taylor, where it's like, oh, amicable differences. We're just getting busy with other things. So I wouldn't be shocked if that's how they move, where it's like, oh, Taylor's just too busy to see Blake and their schedules aren't meshing or whatever the fuck. But how many couples do we see say that before they break up? This could be the beginning of the end for Blake and Taylor if Blake doesn't realize she's getting swindled by her own man. Because it's like, I thought you were my friend and I was none the wiser. Because see how this one looks like they have their face hidden, whereas this one looks like a shell of themselves. So it's like Taylor getting pulled in, having no idea what's going on. It's reminding me of like a crime show when they put a bag over your head. And now she's involved and she's like, I didn't even know how I got involved. I was just giving my opinion. It's really not that deep. If Justin wants to go with his route, then Justin can go the way he wants to. I'm not that invested. So she's pissed that she's brought into it. I don't think it was Taylor's choice. I don't think she was trying to make Justin uncomfortable. That's just like, if I was like, hey, do I look good in this outfit? And you were like, yeah, but little did you know that there was a third party that was expecting you to say that, to go, see, yeah, I'm right, you're wrong. Like, that's the vibe. It's very petty and it's very, Justin's right. It was like, let me bring in some A-listers to make you look a fool so that you pick my way, not yours. But with that Page of Swords there, I'm telling you, if Taylor has to drop Blake to make sure that she still looks good on the internet, she'll do it. She'll do it. These are both cards about like vulnerability. And then with the Seven of Wands, it's like, I don't know if this is worth fighting for anymore. So I don't know if this friendship's going to stand forever. I think at least while this lawsuit and the back and forth goes down, I don't think Taylor's going to be seeing Blake all that much. It might come out as like, I've got concerts, whatever the hell Taylor does these days. I'm really not online like that anymore. But I see her making a lot of excuses when people ask, why aren't you chilling with Blake these days? It's because she doesn't want the heat. She does not want the heat. It's like, I know I'm going to have to defend being your friend, so I'm just not going to be around you. Because this reminded me of that song, Baby, I'm Sorry, I'm Not Sorry. It's like, you brought this on yourself, Blake. Like, you know I'm your girl. You know I had your back, but you didn't need to hang me out to dry like this. This is not my place. I don't think Taylor was trying to be a bully. That's one thing I'll say. I'm being neutral here. Taylor was not trying to scare Justin. Taylor was not trying to use her power over anybody. She got swindled. Yeah, by the couple. This is like, let me have more people saying what I want to say so that Justin feels like he needs to bow down to what I'm saying. I've been saying this. I know that it's ugly on both ends. I'm not pretending that it isn't. Justin gives fuckboy energy. But when I tell you that Justin tried everything he could before he got to the ugly move, he really did. He wanted this to work out. He was very passionate about this project, but a little happy, not so happy couple over there, they're not used to hearing the words no. And I'm just worried about Justin's career because the power they have. But if Taylor switches up on them and actually, I don't think she's going to speak out. That's my thing. she doesn't want to hang Blake to dry. That would be like last case scenario, but she's pissed. But she's not probably going to hang out with Blake that often because she does not want to be dragged into it. This would be like, is football over? Because isn't there a Super Bowl coming? This would be like, now the football's over. I don't have a reason to see you. I don't have to bring you to the box where we watch it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a slow fade away. Yeah. She knows that the couple dynamic is toxic. She knows that. And it's got a lot more to do with Ryan. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, because I see Ryan like smirking and then pulling the strings. So maybe that's why Blake is so aggressive, because she has no control in her relationship, allegedly. Zero facts here. So when you don't feel like you have any power in your relationship and you don't leave, it's giving me Jamie Lynn Spears energy, where it's like, I'm just going to be a bully to other people. Those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. So I think Blake is a mean girl. I mean, obviously it came from like young, but I think she's one of those where it's like she simps for her man, but then she's twice as mean to other people. It's just, you know. Yeah. He drew Taylor in under a guise of like, Blake wants to see you, or just some sort of bullshit like that. Honestly, I don't even feel like this is worth the energy. Let's move on. Let's see how Taylor and Travis are doing. Starting over. Isn't football over? Well, didn't he just start a new show? I think that she likes that he's going to stay busy, because I think she just sees, you know what I'm seeing is like a caveman in my mind's eye. I think she feels like he's just a simpleton. And again, think about how these people meet, right? They're in a very controlled setting, but they don't have to actually like be home alone together like a normal couple. So I do think that Taylor's kind of afraid to be alone with Travis. It's like, stay busy, keep working, do those things, let me work. Let's just be the power couple, but also never spend any quality time together. I think she sees him as a simpleton. I can't stop hearing that. And so it's like, yeah, keep being famous. That's totally fine. You mooch off my success. Just leave me alone. Okay. I think she's also embarrassed too, but it's not like she's going to leave him. It's just more like, whatever. He does his thing. I do my thing. No one's going to ask. I wouldn't even be shocked if like, later down the road, they either cheat on each other. It'd be more like she would cheat. Because it's giving me like, I'm being drawn to how like Kim Kardashian had like a dating phase where she was dating like Pete and she was like, nothing's really all that serious. Like, I feel like Taylor's kind of tired of relationships, if I'm being honest. Because it's just like, it gets really, that's the problem when you don't love yourself. You jump into something and it feels all exciting and passionate at first, but just as quick it dies off. And she just experienced that again. It's not exciting anymore. The games are over. The football's over. And he looks like a moron on television a lot of times. And she prides herself on being very like uppity a little bit, for lack of a better word. And so it's like, go do something elsewhere so that I don't have to be around you that much. I think he gives her the ick. What is the point of this? Yeah, 10 of Swords. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't buy their relationship. This is like not wanting to accept that it's kind of past its expiration date. You know how like milk has been expired for like 3 days and you're like, oh, I'll still put it in my cereal. Hopefully it works out. Like that. He's the milk. Like, I don't know how else to word this. I think she's exhausted too because of, you know, what she does for a living, and then the heat that's coming on her because of this lawsuit. And so it's like, I think she's too stressed to really give a shit about the relationship. And so she just doesn't. The 10 of Swords is upright, so it's possible that they could break up, but Swords are more so thoughts. So I think she doesn't want to be with him, but that doesn't mean she's going to leave him. This is more like, this works for me. It feels very arranged marriagey to me, where it's like no love necessarily, but it just works. It feels more like business partner than it does love. New career, who's this? This is like they're both going to try to find new ventures to make themselves important. Travis loves that he's famous now. He loves that people worship him. But I just see him like beating on his chest like an ape, and I see Taylor getting the ick. Like she's not into him like that. If she was, she isn't now. I don't remember my earlier readings, but something must have happened because you know what is drawing me too? Because you guys mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I covered it in a reading. When he like sang Viva Las Vegas or something, I think that was one of the moments where Taylor was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? This is not the type of dude I usually go for. I thought this was a good idea. I'm not attracted to you. Like, that's the fucking vibe. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to move on from that. Let's look at Justin's lawsuit, how he's doing. Page of Wands. He's going to throw everything out until it sticks. He's got the receipts. He's going to share them. He was always passionate about this project. He's super sad that this is how it's going. Like I said, I really feel like he tried to do everything he could before it got this ugly. Some of you might already know that because I don't follow this stuff. You probably do know. If you know, just let me know in the comments. And if you don't know, now you know, you know. But anyway, I think he's just really fighting for his life right now. It's like, I want this. And again, I keep being drawn. Are they fighting for the rights to the movie? Because Blake and Ryan feel so petty. It's like they want the rights to the movie. They want him ousted from having a career, period. I saw that in one of the prior readings I did of them. And so it's like he's angry, but he's using that aggression to save his career. He's banking on the fact that they teamed up against him as a power couple to help his case. Because it's like, you brought your boyfriend on scene. I know it's a husband. Bear with me here. I'm channeling. You brought your man on scene. You put me in a compromising position. I bent and bent and bent to your will. And now what? Like, at least that helps solidify my case. But every time I do a reading on their lawsuits, I just keep being drawn to, what is it, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where that whole thing was drawn out. And technically, neither of them were right. They both did dirt. So I feel like it's the same with these two. They both did dirt. You know what I mean? And notice how this person has the phone and they're also meditating. So it's like, and we know Justin for being the type where he was all like hippy dippy, right? So he's banking on the fact that he's got his receipts and that they use their power couple to their benefit, and the fact that people are also coming out saying, yeah, I knew Blake was a mean girl. Yeah, this is how she moves. He knows that her character has spoken for itself, and he's seeing the ripple effect of people that have been wanting to come out and say shit about her and Ryan. And so he's really hoping that the public, especially the celebrity public, and I'm being drawn to the interviewer Kirsty, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's hoping that more people like that come out and keep speaking to their character. And then I'm also being drawn to the show Jane the Virgin, where Brett Deer, love him so much. Brett, if somehow you see this, baby, I'm single, call me. But T. Michael. Anyway, Brett Deer came out and said he loved, I want to say Raphael, that's not it. He loved Justin Baldoni. He thought he was great. Gina came out, so Jane the Virgin, she came out saying he was a pleasure to work with. Like, he officiated her wedding. So that says a lot more about his character. Does that mean he was perfect in this event? No. But again, it's kind of giving me like that caged animal energy where it's like you put an animal in a cage and you back them into a corner. What do you expect them to do? They're going to lash out. So it's not that I'm team Justin. It's just like if Blake had been more willing to hear him out, considering it was his project to begin with, instead of being a diva like J-Lo, because she gives so much J-Lo energy, allegedly. Zero facts here. No facts whatsoever. I'm sure Blake is wonderful. I don't mean that at all. Anyway, he would have tried. And he did. I think this is why that it originally leaked about the PR crisis. No, I'm lying. The team for like helping with the sexual scenes. He was trying everything he could. Now he's banking on the fact that they're mean people and people are really sick of the super rich getting away with shit, because I'm being drawn to like Ellen DeGeneres getting canceled. Everybody else that's fucking mean. You know what I mean? Nine of Wands. He's being very careful with how he moves right now, and he's really hoping that you guys see, because I'm being reminded of like all of the interviews he did where he wanted to focus on the domestic violence. And you guys even told me that he did actually go through something like that himself, because I kept feeling that. I was like, this feels like it's too close to home. And you guys said that he had a relationship where it was like abusive. So he's hoping that you guys are doing your research. Notice that they're looking at the computer. He's hoping you guys see him for who he really is. Is he perfect? No, no one is. Can you say you're perfect? But his entire goal for that movie was to bring awareness. And yeah, he wanted some fame from it. He wanted to be known for that movie. He wanted to be known for all of the movies. But Blake was just fighting him every step of the way. And sure, yeah, he fought back. And I do think he did a little bit of, what's it called? Spirit help. Oh my God. That acting, method acting. Thank you, Spirit. The method acting. So I do think he did kind of cross some boundaries. But again, she gives me this energy where it's like, instead of being like, hey, I don't like this, she just pretends and then she runs to her boyfriend. Sorry, husband. It's just, they don't even feel like they're really dating. They feel like business partners. So I'm having a hard time. But she runs to Ryan, and then Ryan just takes over everything. It's almost like Blake doesn't know how to stand on her own 2 feet. She's kind of weak. I think see, that's it. You know that saying where it's like the loudest person in the room is the one that's the most insecure, the one that feels solid within themselves, they don't have much to say? Well, Blake is the one that's really aggressive. So what does that say about her? Whereas Ryan is very fucking quiet because he's calculated. He's smart. Blake barks like a chihuahua because she's always pissed off because Ryan's pulling the strings. Justin's so worried about his career. This was supposed to make me. This was going to keep my name going. I was going to just, like every other celebrity, make a name for myself. And notice how this guy's kind of looking at the woman. He felt it with the high priestess here. He had a feeling like, in the first few months, I fucked up. I shouldn't have casted Blake or whoever casted Blake. This is not going to be easy. All she's doing is giving me hell. I'm not going to get through this. This is bad. Like, he knew really early on, and I just keep seeing him trying to pull all the stops, and it's like, no matter what, I'm getting hit with no. Everywhere I'm getting hit with no. You're bringing your husband. Why are you bringing your husband in? This man never stood a chance. And this is probably why he ended up getting petty and vengeful. Act like you wouldn't do the same. I get his energy. If you had a passion project and someone uses their fucking celebrity to ruin it for you, you wouldn't get petty? I would. I'd be Petty LaBelle up in this bitch. Okay, I'm going to be real with y'all. I was like, I don't know what else to look into. So I did a quick Google search. Apparently, they're going to try to dismiss Justin's lawsuit. So I'll look at that real quick. All right, is that going to happen, Spirit? I heard, well, isn't this the consequences of your own actions? I don't know that it'll necessarily work. Like, I don't know how court works. I'm usually a good person. I try not to end up there. I have once in my 20s. We all go through some shit. But this is like, I see a judge just looking at both sides and being so annoyed, and being in this energy is so annoying because it feels like two kids like arguing over whose Barbie doll. Like, it feels so petty. So do I think it'll get even if somehow it did, Justin would find something. I feel like he's got too many receipts that speak to whatever it is that he's trying to. I don't think that they're going to win this. I think this is more of like a stalling tactic. It's like, make sure the press thinks that we're still in the right. Make sure that the press still loves us. I don't think that they're thinking clearly. And there's just, what I'm seeing is like an avalanche of people that have been wanting to say, hey, Blake is an awful person, allegedly, per their opinions. And I'm seeing other people that are like, oh my God, I can finally say it. Ryan's an awful person. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't necessarily on team Justin, but are on team, I've been tired of holding this to myself. There's a lot of people in the industry that have been keeping secrets for years. Obviously, look at the Diddy shit, right? That are just really tired of the secrets. So even if somehow, I don't think they're going to throw it away, but if they somehow were, the damage has been done. Will they get canceled? They're too fucking famous. Probably not. But a lot of people, we're in the eat the rich mentality, and it's not going away. I did a reading on that too. Check it out. That was really interesting. This is not going away. People are fed up. Oh, what? Hold up. What is this about a breakup? What? Oh my God. Wait, hold up. So I don't know why Spirit's bringing this up, but this is reminding me of, all the Diddy shit where right before someone gets arrested, they get into a divorce so that the money goes to one person. There's a plan here where I think this is why they're trying to dismiss that whole $400 million lawsuit, because if it were to win, they would have a public divorce so that the money goes to the person that gets into the least amount of trouble. I keep seeing this with every celebrity that's in trouble with the law. Get a divorce, give the assets to the other person, or give the assets to the kids. So don't be surprised if they end up like losing hard against Justin, which this is going to be a long run, y'all. I guarantee we'll be doing more of these fucking readings for like the next year at least. But there's something here where worst case scenario, we'll get a divorce so that the money stays safe, especially because they have kids involved, which that part I understand. Why the Queen of Swords in reverse though, Spirit? Blake doesn't want this. This is Ryan. But I feel like, again, Ryan's really smooth. So it's like, this would be like, babe, it's to protect our assets. It's to protect the kids. But I just keep seeing someone puppeteering her. So honestly, like, as much as I'm not a fan of Mean Girls, and you're not going to convince me to like her after the energy I've been in reading her, I do think that she is a victim to his bullshit. I'll tell you that much. And with the World card in reverse, it's like, I don't want to let you go. I had this perfect picture. It's reminding me of that Ariana Grande song where it's like, I always butcher this. Drew a picture, thought I knew you well. I have a habit of seeing things that aren't there. Like, I do feel that Blake's reality is kind of crumbling as we speak, because even Taylor is like, dude, this is exactly why I had an issue with your man to begin with. So she's getting hit left, right, and center. Oh my God, my false sense of reality, it's breaking. And she's hella in her emotions right now. So maybe that'll help wake her up, right? Because when you finally feel shit, you heal shit. And with 5 of Cups and then the ick there, I think because everybody else is now coming out with stories about Ryan not being a good guy, I think that's starting to get to Blake a little bit. But it feels more like, I don't want to lose you, but I'm also seeing things I hadn't seen before. And you're trying to convince me that worst case, we should split up. And I just feel like Blake is kind of spinning. I mean, she's a Virgo. I have Virgo placements. It's a nightmare in our heads. She's drowning in her thoughts. But, karma. Okay. He uses her as, like, the front. You know how, like, I mean, I don't know if it goes as deep as like where the money's going. It's possible. But he's a Scorpio, she's a Virgo. This is like using her as the shield while he makes the money that he wants. So it's like, keep her busy while I get what I want done. Is there any possibility that he's cheating? Is there any rumors? Like, did Scarlett Johansson say that he was a cheater or something? Because I know it's 2 men, but it's giving me more so a vibe of like, if she's busy at work, she doesn't know what I'm doing. And then I think he convinces her, like, you need to be a strong, independent woman. And it's like keeping you busy with the kids, keeping you busy with a new endeavor. But it's like, so I can do stuff that you don't know I'm doing. I almost wonder if there's going to be a blind item coming out where it's like, do you know? Because you know what I'm seeing? There's a commercial. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kid is? But it's almost like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your Ryan Reynolds is? Like, that's kind of the vibe. I think he's cheating or has cheated. And there are women that know about this. It's reminding me of the show Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, where all of the mistresses get together at the same bar. I feel like it's like a known joke that anyone can get in Ryan's pants. Ay, caramba. No facts here whatsoever, by the way. 0 facts. None at all. I'm sure that's super faithful, very healthy, happy relationship. Sure. Yeah, whatever. But 8 of Cups, it's like, oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, I'm onto something. What is the song? You're the only one in my life. I already got a wife. I can't leave you alone. And I know I'm living wrong, but I can't let you go. If there is any fucking rumors that he's cheating, I believe it. This would even be like, oh, now I can get away from her, detach, she can fall apart. take the grunt of all of the lawsuit and defamation and all that shit that's going down. I get free of you. My money's fine because you believe everything that I say, and then I can go out and be a hoe. Like, this is giving me like, you know, like a middle-aged life crisis with the convertible sleeping with 18-year-olds. It's reminding me of Leonardo DiCaprio, and apparently he doesn't date past like 25 or something like that. There's more to Ryan that we might find out as this continues to unfold. I don't think we know Ryan Reynolds at all, which is a bummer because he's hot. But usually hot people, especially with money, they don't really have to develop a personality sometimes. And then see the hole in the back? It's like being stabbed in the back. And now I'm hearing the song Shot Through the Heart and You're to Blame, Darling, You Give Love a Bad Name. And again, this is reminding me of like Beyonce, because she usually comes out as the Queen of Pentacles in the Haunted House deck. So it's like, I feel like they kind of mimic the same ignorance. This is a hot mess. I'm so glad that my client readings are nothing like this, because I don't know that I'd be able to help y'all. Oh, this is like, you don't know where your man really is. See, this is a problem with Hollywood. Like, you really need to be able to trust. I think this is why the healthier couples are the ones that stay out of the spotlight. Because it's like, you know how there's people that have daddy issues, so it's like, if you're unavailable, it makes me want you more? Ryan is wanted by a lot of women. And to be devil's advocate, Blake's wanted by a lot of people too. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm bi, she's hot as hell. Like, she's hot. Like, I'll admit that. But this is giving me like, you don't know what he's up to. You really don't. And I think Taylor's had this conversation with her where it's like, you really think he's this great guy. You're not seeing clearly. But it's like standing 10 toes down on my convictions, because I already built a family with this guy. I don't want to be wrong, but like, your kids are going to see that, and then they're going to go and settle for the same bullshit because you don't think that you deserve better. So their kids are going to learn the same thing. The best thing she could do for herself would be to walk the fuck away, go online, record a video without cutting and pasting, and say like, dude, I fucked up. I take accountability. And by the way, my husband's an asshole. You know what I mean? We won't see that because that never happens. With all this fog here, she lies to herself and he lies to her. This is like pretending to be the part. I also feel that they get into fights, and don't they have like more than one kid? I don't remember how many, but this would be like, babe, like, I want to build a family with you. Like, that type of dude. They have the money where it's like, if I have her pop out one more kid, then she's going to get what she wants. It's like, you know how regular men will buy you flowers to shut you up for a few months? Think that, but like kids and career. Like, that's how Ryan really moves, allegedly. Zero facts here. Jesus. Page of Cups, and then he becomes detached. Okay, I have to say it. I don't know. You guys would know more than me, but I can't ignore it. The king has two men on here, and now we have the Page of Cups that says coming out. Is it possible that Ryan swings both ways? Just take it if it resonates. If there's been no rumors, there's just, why am I being drawn so much to the gay? There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, when you're that high up in Hollyweird, you get bored and you try new things, which again, nothing wrong with that. I'm on the umbrella. So, you know, go gays. I'm half gay. Yay. You know, like, but I think he might have a dirty, I just heard, I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Now I'm being drawn to Will Smith. And what did we hear about him? Did I just fucking out Ryan Reynolds? Y'all, is Ryan Reynolds, he's either, I feel so worried to say this. He might be like bi-curious. I think he prefers women. That's one thing I will say. He prefers women, but it's more of like a, you look good on my arm. I can manipulate you. I can get you to do what I want. It's unhealthy. Anyway, I don't want to be in this energy anymore. Spirit, what is the final message that you want people to know about this situation? Travis barely even came out, other than he just seems like a simpleton. Taylor wants nothing to do with this drama. I feel like she's been telling Blake for a hot minute that Ryan's no good. All right, Spirit, what do the people need to know? Ousted. A lot of people are going to try to cancel them. A lot of people. And I think Spirit's also asking you, moving forward, to really look at people for who they are and not be starry-eyed. You know, just because they're famous doesn't mean they're a good role model. And especially if you have kids, you know what I mean? Do you really want your daughter to think that Blake Lively is an idol. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Spirit's just kind of asking you to have better role models. Like, I don't think they're judging you or nothing like that. But, like, a lot of times these people, because of the nepotism, they just cannot relate. They're not good people because they've never struggled, so they don't know what it's like. Their struggle is like, I got verbally abused on the internet because I was held accountable. Like, you know what I mean? All right, Spirit, what else? They're going to throw their money at everything they can to get rid of Justin. Anything they can do to get rid of Justin. Anything. I would be careful, because what I'm seeing is almost like either manipulating text to fit their narrative and or like creating, because it's reminding me of how I got scammed once with a text that looked real but wasn't. So be careful, because these people have money and they have friends. So this would be like leaking a text message that wasn't even real. Wasn't there something that came out first and Justin was like, the context is completely wrong? I feel like they're going to continue to do shit like that. It's like dropping bombs on us to make us believe Justin's a lot worse than he actually is, when Justin really is just not that bad. I'm sorry. Is he a fuckboy? Yeah, kinda. Who isn't in celebrity Hollywood? I think maybe I'm just a little numb after reading these people for such a long time. Ace of Thoughts. Yeah, they're going to try everything that they can do. So I think Spirit's just asking you guys to be mindful. You know, just because a TikTok video said that something happened, do your research, do your due diligence. Don't trust everything you see on the internet, because there's a lot of like manipulation to fit a narrative. And especially with the money they got, be careful with Google, because I feel like they have friends that they can pay to push certain shit down. It's like, that doesn't fit my narrative, push it down. You'd have to go to like page 17 to find the truth. So just be careful, because you might get swindled. And I see them paying like, this is reminding me of the Kirsty video where she was asked, I could be confusing people. She was asked if she was being paid to like go after Blake or something like that. I'm getting it wrong. Correct me in the comments, feel free. But I feel like they might be reaching out to like YouTubers or TikTokers and offering them money in exchange for a different narrative. So again, be very careful with what you're reading online. Do your due diligence. Like, look up the court records, that type of stuff. Don't believe something just because you saw it on Facebook. This is going to be long. Long, long, long. They're going to use all the money that they can until they run out of money. This is endgame type of shit. This is a vendetta. This is a, I want Justin Baldoni gone. How dare you stick up against us? How dare you defend who you are? This is, especially with student loans, is Justin, was he already struggling with money? Because this is like, we want to bury him in court fees and all that shit so he can't fight back. This is giving me like, you know how we have like really great artists and then they just fucking disappear? And then you hear about it like 10, 20 years later where they were blacklisted because like they didn't get along with like, say, Jay-Z or something like that. It's that same type of energy. If this goes the way they want it to, Justin might get blacklisted. Like, remember how Johnny Depp disappeared for fucking ever and apparently he just recently came back? It's kind of giving that same vibe. So again, Spirit really wants you to do your research. Just because a TikToker said something and something else, look it up on a verified source, because I see them paying influencers to say what they want. This is going to get ugly, and there's going to be a lot of lies out there. So be careful. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Does something not feel right? If you read tarot, pull your own cards. But if anything like that, just get off Google and use something that's not manipulated. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, Spirit. Anything else before I go? 5 of Swords. This fight's going to go on for fucking ever. Until one of them fails. It feels like Ryan and Blake has a better chance of winning in terms of financial success. But in the public eye of the people, Justin. So it's weird because it's like, it's very Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. I cannot believe how much these two piggyback off of each other. They're both technically wrong. They both did have a vendetta. But the problem is, I'm going to be honest, I'm more on Justin's side because this was like a last-ditch attempt when all else failed. This is like, I knew you were going to do me dirty, so I got ahead of it. He wouldn't have went this way because he knew how many movies are there supposed to be? Like, there was at least 2, right? There's 3 books, maybe more. It's like if he were to start the Harry Potter franchise, do you honestly think he would have destroyed that over his ego? No, this man was in it for the long run. That's why he bought the rights. But they're doing everything they can to make sure that he's out of Hollywood. Yep, we want you gone. We want everyone to turn their back on you. And I'm going to call all of my friends and get them all involved. So also be careful with people that are friends with Blake and Ryan that are riding for them. Because I see people going on like Twitter or X or whatever. And I see people going on TikTok that are like mega stars. And they're like, I stand with Blake. She's the best. And I stand with Ryan. He's the best. But what you're not realizing is that they know damn well if they didn't ride for them, they'd get canceled too. So it's not that they're actually a fan. It's that they don't want to lose their Hollywood career either. So be careful, because when Justin doesn't have a backing the way that they do, this is why Justin's fighting so damn hard. Good Lord, this is a fucking mess. The game playing is not going to end. And Justin's scared. Like, he's sad too. Like, he's heartbroken. It's like, this is not how I wanted it to go. And this always reminds me of that meme with the dog in the house that's on fire. And it's like, this is fine. Like, he's trying to put on a brave face, but he's scared. He's like, what did I get myself into with that 6 of Cups? It's like, I should have known better. These rich people aren't like us. I mean, I know he's rich too, but like, you're talking like 400 million versus 4 million. That's a very big difference. You know what I mean? He's hurting. He's really hurting. And notice how on this Knight of Swords, which would be him because he's Aquarius, it says protest organizer. His whole goal was to bring awareness. So for it to go this way, he's fucking devastated. But he's got to play the game, and he knows he has to play the game because it's the only way he's going to get out of this. This is sad. Back deck. They're both, all of them really, Ryan, Blake, Justin especially, they're all watching the news and the media, and they're hoping that you pick their side, both teams, right? But my heart just kind of breaks for Justin, because it's like, I didn't want it to go down this way. If he had to say, this is not how it would have gone. Abuse of money. Money, money, money. This has always been about money and power, and it's not coming from Justin's end. And they're going to throw everything they can to cancel him. Jesus. I'm sorry, y'all. You can sit here and say I'm Team Justin. He's not perfect, but if you were up against 2 bajillionaires, I know they're not bajillionaires, but you see what I'm saying? You wouldn't fight back? You wouldn't try to get ahead of it? Yeah, you'd do some dirt too. And I do see Justin making petty moves because he felt like he had no power. So it's like, I see Justin trying to irritate Blake because it's like, you're making my life hell. I might as well make your life hell too. But he didn't think it was going to get this bad. That's the problem. If he had a say, it wouldn't have happened this way. But I see him like poking at her because it's like, you're making my life hell, so I'm going to get you back. You know what I mean? It's very like child, like eye for an eye type of thing. And then Ryan is just the one pulling the motherfucking strings, and no one's going after him. It's like he's using his wife as a fucking shield, dude. Like, if you want to be mad at anybody, I would say Ryan is top notch, but he's getting away with all of it. And then Blake is just a mean girl. And then Justin, honestly, I really don't have too much bad to say about him other than he's a stereotypical fuckboy. But honestly, those guys aren't really all that dangerous to me. They just talk some shit. But again, he was very passionate about this. He wanted to keep going. He wanted to do this movie and all the movies to come. And he would have done it with Blake. But Ryan put his hands where they didn't fucking belong. And Blake had to put in her 2 cents when it wasn't needed. And they both ran over his entire idea. This is like, he had ideas of how he wanted the movie, and Blake was like, no, my way. And then Ryan was like, whisper, 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 Blake, do it this way. And then Blake goes, no, my way. And then Ryan's like, okay. Snap. You wouldn't snap either? Like, come on, let's be real here. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. I'm sorry. thekarmicdf.com if you want to book a reading. I'll be opening up in like 1 or 2 weeks. It's looking good. I'm almost done with the clients I have now. So y'all can flip out in the comments. Enjoy. I'm sorry, but Justin is just not the bad guy you think he is. Is he, like, unhealthy in terms of dude? Yeah, but, like, that's 99% of men these days. Like, no offense to men. Emotionally unintelligent men. He's one of many. But his passion for getting awareness out for domestic abuse while Blake was trying to turn this into a rom-com, sorry if I had to pick. Justin seems more in the right, but they got the money, so I don't know. I feel like I'm spinning in circles because that's all of their energy. It's like, let me throw this at the wall and see if it sticks. Let me throw this. So yeah, besties, I'm going to leave it here. Again, don't forget to check out all the related videos that are linked in the description box if you enjoyed this. There's been a ton of stuff that I've covered in regards to this whole situation. I even did a reading on Ryan and Blake's relationship before any of this even happened, so you could get an idea of what their dynamic was as well. But I'm going to leave it here. Don't forget to vote in the community poll. You can find me on Instagram, preferably, but also Facebook and TikTok if they keep it around. Please comment down below. Let me know if you made it till the end of this video. Don't forget to check out my girl's metaphysical business. It's amazing. Her stuff is amazing. You just saw it. Good shit. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Feel free to fight in the comments, but please don't fight. Like, don't make it toxic. You know, at the end of the day, everybody's human. We all live kind of in the gray area, but, you know, hashtag eat the rich. Let's go, you know, and I will see you guys in my next video, besties. Thank you so much for watching.